Good afternoon, dear viewers. Time for Panorama News. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi attended the closing session of the Economic Conference Egypt 2022 on Tuesday. He said the state is committed to implementing recommendations of Egypt Economic Conference Egypt 2022. He said state institutions must intensify efforts to back government programs. President el-Sisi also said that the aim from holding the national dialogue was to be comprehensive with regards to issues and parties. El-Sisi said he regards himself as a person who was asked to intervene to protect his nation and that the army is part of the state's executive body. He said that there is need for the dialogue platforms to operate in all files, adding that 7 years in the path of a country is not long. He also said that media content needed for next 20 years is to serve the idea and unify efforts, and there is also a need to unify the culture of dealing with the current status. He highlighted the role of the media in backing the economy and attracting investments. President el-Sisi said that global challenges, circumstances dictate the necessity to hold dialogue to exchange views and solutions. He said the private sector is invited to take part in proposed projects, adding that state and armed forces companies are up for all. The president also said that overpopulation is an old problem in Egypt that has not been solved so far. He said public and state efforts must be mobilized to achieve development. He saluted the army for its role in supporting the state and achieving development. The president also said that many measures were taken to develop the agricultural sector in Egypt. El-Sisi said many decisions were taken to develop education and health sectors, and that the decision to establish civil universities came within the framework of developing the educational process. The president also said it is important to hold the conference every year, calling for holding a religious dialogue conference. Concluding the closing session, President el-Sisi read out the conference's recommendations, saying the state is committed to implementing them. He said the government will be directed to issue a comprehensive periodical assessment of adopted economic measures and will be tasked with expanding the social protection umbrella to ease burdens on citizens. He said the state is working on providing job opportunities in national and developmental projects. The head of state also said that small and medium projects authority will be tasked with employing the most needy families. Speaking earlier at the closing session, Madbouli said the state exit from national bodies does not mean selling assets. He said the state will continue with economic reform despite challenges. He also said it is important to continue with economic reform to achieve growth, adding that the government will work on implementing a mechanism for communication with other parties. Madbouli also said an annual economic conference is suggested to review investment chances and invite foreign investors. The conference, which was held with the aim of reaching an economic roadmap for the state in the coming period, was attended by Egyptian economists and prominent figures. Organizers said it also aimed to up the competition flexibility of the Egyptian economy.
القضايا الاقتصادية والاجتماعية والثقافية والفكرية، وكنا قلنا ان احنا من كل شهر ونص او شهرين نعمل ده، ولكن الحقيقة ونجحنا ان احنا نعمل ده بشكل او باخر.
The third and last day of the conference witnessed holding a session dubbed a roadmap to develop the industrial sector. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli attended the session. Madbouli said the aim from holding the conference was to focus on the industry field. He said the state is ready to provide all incentives and ease measures to make all needed resources available for the industry sector. He said 135 pieces of land have been allocated to investment projects. Speaking at the session, Minister of Trade and Industry Engineer Ahmed Samir reviewed global crises and their repercussions on the international stage. He also reviewed Egypt's strategy to face such repercussions, especially in the industrial field. Samir said the state needs a flexible industrial sector which is at the same time able to withstand shocks. He listed latest measures laid out by the state to attract investments. Minister of Finance Mohammed Maid said tax measures have been automated and a number of laws were issued, including the added value law. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi received on Tuesday ministers taking part in the 24th Forum of Gas Exporting Countries, and the meeting is held in Cairo.